Sometime a bit after 3 p.m. Sunday, it was evident the Bills were going to take care of their game against the Dolphins. That Buffalo win opened the door for the Colts to earn their way into the postseason.
Before we went out for warm-ups, it looked like Buffalo had the game under control. Obviously, we didn't have that score up on the scoreboard while we were out there warming up. That was obviously planned. Now hey, let's focus. We still got to take care of business.
It wouldn't be easy, but it was certainly memorable. Jonathan Taylor set the pace from his very first touches of the game. A 56-yard sprint on his second carry had the Colts offense rolling right away. By the end of the first quarter, he was already past 100 yards, and his season total passed 1,000.
You kind of get a feel of just the huddle, and you get a feel of the defense. I mean, the defense, you can see those guys getting worn down. You see those guys getting tired, and then in the huddle, your guys are juiced up, ready to go. I mean, you guys have a ton of energy. You guys are ready to fight for not only 60 minutes, you guys can go 2 hours if you wanted to.
By the time Taylor leapt over the pile near the goal line, the Colts had increased their lead to 17-0. For the half, 137 rushing yards for Taylor. The Jags managed just 136 total offense. But the second half took on a very different vibe. It started with Rodrigo Blankenship hitting the upright on a 49-yard field goal. Mike Glennon's second touchdown pass of the game suddenly had the margin down to just 6. After Phillip Rivers threw an interception late in the third quarter, the pressure felt like it was mounting on the Colts entering the fourth.
It felt, again, like I said last week, we felt a little bit this week like we were in hang on, where we're hanging on to something a little bit. And we didn't shut the door like we should have, kicking field goals a couple times in the first half, and then obviously we turn it over, and then, but each week stands alone.
The defense would have to make a couple more stops. 6 sacks in the game. DeForest Buckner had a pair of those. Kamoko Toure had his first of the season. The Colts were finally able to bring pressure on Glennon.
In the second half, we knew it was going to be on us, and, we just had to take it one play at a time. We just kept preaching to each other. We just got to take it one play at a time and get off the field. 3 and out our takeaways, and we did our business today and handled our business.
The final stamp on the Colts' ticket to the playoffs would come from Taylor, showing the power and speed that made him a star at Wisconsin. 45-yard touchdown, capping a team record 253-yard rushing performance. The Colts tagged on a 2-point conversion, and in the blink of an eye, they were on their way to a dynamic 28-14 win.
The game's not over until it's over, so getting in victory mode and knowing that, hey, all we got to do is secure this kneel down, and, we're in the playoffs. It was a good feeling.
Less than 20 minutes after the Colts took a knee to win, the Titans had a heart-stopping finish in Houston. As time expired, Sam Sloman banged home a 37-yard field goal off the upright and good to clinch the AFC South. Tennessee wins 41-38, so the Colts will have to settle for a wild card.
We second place in our division. All right, now let's go on the road. Let's make some noise on the road. Let's control what we can control, and let's, just play a good ball. And hopefully we can continue to do that when we go play against Buffalo and let the chips fall where they fall at.
The Colts and Bills will play the first game of the NFL's newly expanded wild card round. 1 o'clock start on Saturday. Great storylines all around. Frank Reich returning to Buffalo, where he played for so many years, and it was essentially the Bills that helped the Colts get in with that win over Miami. The Titans will host the Ravens. We'll have that game next Sunday at 1 here on WRTV. The Browns and Steelers will cap the weekend with a rematch in Pittsburgh next Sunday night. Brad Brown, WRTV Sports.